Build roads here before these areas get completely cordoned off by my disastrous planning capabilities. Man, no one really, really nobody wants to live in those horrible
President,
buildings.
My fellow diplomats want us to ally with the Allies and to give the Axis the axe.
The wars would be great, so are the risks. The Axis are threatening to counterattack if we join the Allies. Well, we'll see. I might join them. We have good relations with them. Anyway, so there was another issue I wanted to talk about today with all those out there who are willing to listen. And that is... Okay, good. We've got plenty of iron and plenty of coal. So I've been thinking a lot about these kind of... they call them social justice issues. And I know, like, stepping into this kind of stuff is just stepping into, like, a horrible hornet's nest waiting to spear you at a moment's notice. However, me being an expert on everything can navigate these murky waters without fail. So what they mean by these kind of, like, social justice issues.
Some dreadful opera music ruined my entire evening. And then it hit me.
The Swiss really cherish their yodeling, a cultural tradition they share with some nations from the Axis. I pulled strings with the Allies and introduced them to this idea. If they pay us enough money, we can add some Tropican flavor to the yodeling, ruining it forever. This will send the Axis nationalists in terror, and we will profit from their misery. That doesn't make any sense at all. But okay. So anyway, they're like these issues like feminism and racism and more like, you know, gender equality and all that kind of stuff, which are inherently good ideas, I think. But there's a lot of these people that have taken them to like such absurd extremes that it's just unbelievably laughable, like where these things are going. And I'm just fascinated by the train wreck.
Now that we have bought the revolution, we can export it to other brother and sister countries.
However, in accordance with the principles of Lenin, we should still mass produce it all. Therefore, we should can it and sell it to the world. Okay. But anyway, so that's what I was saying. These, like, what they call, like, social justice warriors, like, they've just become this train wreck that I've been fascinated with. And the weirdest thing is that a lot of them are getting a substantial amount of power in areas that have a lot of influence in our everyday life.
Presidente. The Red Communist book says that people cannot follow the revolution's ideals by simply fighting evil. They need a definite goal for which they... Now that we have bought the revolution. Come, Presidente. The Red Communist book says that people cannot follow the revolution's ideals by simply fighting evil. They need a definite goal for which they can strive and dream.
Our only common struggle against the tyrannical hypercapitalism, our common struggle is against tyrannical hypercapitalism taking so long. So, I'm strong in my faith, and the revolution continues to go stronger. But the communists are expressing growing dissatisfaction with the slow progress. They need a symbol to unite them. They see increasing healthcare happiness by 15 as one. Well, let's do it. It shouldn't be that hard. I just need more clinics. Which I'm sure I can squeeze in somewhere. Oh, guess what? Clinic is being built on top of your house. So anyway, and this is just, I don't know, unbelievably fascinating to me, and it's infiltrated a lot of it has been finding its way infiltrating games and gaming culture, and this has been obviously one of the most prevalent things to me about this whole kind of social justice movement, or whatever you want to call it. And everybody knows it by this time. This is like old news by the time we're talking about this now.
A new era of knowledge is upon us.
The royal members of the royal family, famous politicians, notorious actors, everybody's got one pet project, that is. It's the latest fad for the super rich and powerful. You should assign a member of your dynasty to a pet project. All the chaps in my club are doing it, of course. That person won't be able to attend his official duties, blah, 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 blah.
Here is our latest scientific data. Foreign diplomats are 45% more prone to agree with us if our diplomats fart less.
I don't understand why these people are like living in these shacks when we've got plenty of tenements which are slightly better for them to live in.
Swiss people love banks. Otherwise, they wouldn't have so many big ones. I believe it's a matter of national pride.
To get our hands on Switzerland faster, we have to reduce the cost of the most valuable Swiss assets. I'm sure that you didn't miss the fact that Tropican banks can slush Swiss bank account money, do you? With a couple of banks, we can instill the pains of overinflation to the Swiss and thus buy them off faster. It may seem evil, but the goods justify the means. I don't know if I should join the Allies.
Presidente, my fellow diplomats want us to ally.
I'm going to abandon that for now. So are we actually making steel now? Oh, looks like we are. There it is, steel. So anyway, everyone knows about this woman. I mean, she's been around for a while, and no one likes to say her name. No one likes to bring up because it's this like taboo thing. But sort of rallying cry around the social justice issues in gaming, primarily feminism, has been this lady, Anita Sarkeesian. I hadn't heard of her for I only learned about her like a couple months ago, and I went and I checked this stuff out, and I did my research, and it's pretty obvious that this woman is a complete and utter huckster, charlatan, whatever you want to say. That she managed to con a bunch of people out of money for a project that she never intends to complete. Her like tropes versus women in video games, and I've been seeing a lot of people kind of jumping on this bandwagon, and a lot of people have been saying that if you don't have a certain amount of feminine representation in video games or in a video game, that makes said video game bad. And to me, I just cannot understand this argument. Like, you can argue that, yes, maybe you can argue that it makes it sexist, but you cannot argue
pesky rebels are nothing but cowards.
That it makes the game inherently bad, because the amount of feminism or the amount of female characters within a game doesn't affect the overall quality game, or the overall quality of the game, in the slightest fraction. Those pesky rebels are nothing but cowards. Your dynasty member's pet project were sabotaged by the rebels. They managed to sneak in without anybody noticing. Stole the project, blah 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 blah. Okay. How do I build banks? No. I need to get there. I think I should build another library. So, anyway. So I've been thinking a lot about, you know, female characters in games and you know, females' roles within games. And this is like one important to me too, because I met my wife playing video games. That's how I met her. So obviously, I think we want as many women playing video games as we possibly can. I think that's important. But I don't think the issue is like, oh, how many women are playing, or how many strong female characters there are in games, because I don't think that really alienates women. I mean, I have only anecdotal evidence, but from all the women I've talked to about this issue, none of them said, oh, I don't play video games, or I don't feel alienated because of the lack of female representation. What I think is a bigger issue is, you know, jerks online harassing women. But anyway, sorry about that. Had to take a quick break. But it's an issue I'm still thinking about, and I'll give it some more mental thought, and we'll come back to it at a later period of time. But side note, El Presidente has an 80% approval rating, which is pretty badass, if I do say so myself.
Presidente?
Maybe I should think about, oh, I should probably have instituted that or something. Yeah, nothing here. Man, that's so much money that I don't know what to do with it. Maybe I should,
Presidente, we discovered the tank. It was left unlocked at a military exhibition.
I think I should spend some time. I'll upgrade my military now that I have this large influx of cash. But yeah, I'm the kind of guy who likes to cut through the bullshit, and I'm working on some sort of definitive thesis which really tries to cut through the bullshit on a lot of these kind of social justice issues, and it's proving a very interesting experience. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun once I have something a little bit more concrete to deliver than my musings in the middle of a let's play. Oh yeah, I want to build my tanks. God, still no one wants to move into these tenements. People are all over the country houses, though. Oh yeah, it just reminds me, I'm totally not assigning managers to areas where they're supposed to go. God, the island is just going so well. There's not much I can do right now to increase things. Actually, I should probably build another library behind the library. And I'll build a newspaper too. Why not? Let them eat cake. You got so much money it doesn't even matter. College? Sure. Here's what do I want in the middle of here? What is an observatory? Oh, okay. Oh wow, I've almost got enough money from the Swiss bank account thing anyway, so I may as well just keep building buildings, and eventually I'll get there.
Presidente, don't research that. Don't you know that if you do, you will then research socialism, which everyone knows is bad. We should stick to our current model of capitalist cronyism. I, my friends, and all my relatives think that is the best model for government.
Alright, so let's see what we can do with this. Sorry about that. Ran out of space again, but I think I'll be able to be on top of that a little bit better. Well, I gotta be on top of that in the future because it seems that Tropico sucks up a lot more space on my hard drive, and I don't know why that is. But all that I said was that when I was looking at the social edicts, that if we needed some boost in our approval ratings.
You did well, my young apprentice. If you continue to follow my lead, we will accomplish astounding things in the future.
And I built a bunch of buildings so I could pump up my Swiss bank account. I was just saying if the approval rating dipped, I'd need to boost up my thingamawhatsit.
Our very own
approval
Tropican
with social
gathering of
edicts.
fun, passion, dance, glee, and scantily clad women galore. It is like a small-scale Jolly Roger for city folk.
With the Swiss bank account you accumulated, I can arrange passage of Swiss leadership, two of the order. Switzerland is no more concern to you. Dr. Stalin will travel to the United States, where he will direct the creation of the atomic bomb, a superweapon so powerful that it will break boundaries between matter and energy. You've done well for the order, and possibly the entire human race. Well, this island is much more developed now, but we'll have to have this one catch up then. Fortunately, though, I don't think I'm
The
going to...
great wars are over. In a sense, the Order's plan did work, but I'm not sure we're better off now. Two nuclear powers have divided the world. Wars, although smaller, are still fought. The threat of nuclear annihilation has brought fear, suspicion, and paranoia. My friend and mentor, Leon Kane, has become jaded and concerned as well. He fears for his life. Personally, I think no assassin will ever get either one of us, but it is reasonable of him to take precautions. He has asked for my aid, and I will do what I can to help him.
Paranoia.
Presidente, don't research that. Don't you know that if you do...
My life is in danger, Presidente. I just survived an assassination attempt, and I fear there are more to come. We need a decoy, a double who looks exactly like me. Someone to play my role out in the open.
For better or for worse, I don't look like a common Tropican. Nobody on our island will do the job. But a foreign tourist might be suitable. An elementary calculation needs we need at most 32 tourists to visit your shores. If something happens to me, stick to the original plan. The order may still need that double. Okay, so how much? I'm like not even close to the same amount that I did from. It's coal.
Well, people, you thought those world wars that we barely survived were bad. Welcome to the grim present of a possible nuclear apocalypse. Give me a break, people. They may call it Cold War, but we know war, well, war never changes.
Well, we have more technology that's at least unlocked in this one. Oh, that's because it's in the new future. But I really do think it was that steel that kind of put us over the top in terms of exporting resources. So yeah, buhite. But at least here we have a stellar military. That's probably like too good. Alright, this side. I guess we'll start building over in this area, start developing this section. Built the extra Teamsters office, right? I think. Construction office. Well, I hope so. Oh, there it is. Okay.
I might have been just a touch off in my careful, calculated predictions.
It seems tourists have lately gotten bored of luxury destinations and prefer to come to Tropico. It's vital we have hotels, and then we can host all the lost souls to drain their savings. Well, we also Wow. These are expensive. Oh wow, we managed to actually drag someone to work all the way out in the middle of nowhere. That's good. I should also think about building the College of Tropico. Gosh, I really need to boost up the economy of this island. We could also build a cigar factory. I'm not too worried about. Actually, I want to build one more tobacco plantation. There we go. Alright, set up another block here. Even though it's kind of really awkward. Like the most awkward looking block of anything ever. I think I'm gonna demolish one of these horts. I don't need so many infantry squadrons. Come on, guys, finish up the stuff, please.
I have proven scientifically that Tropican steel is the best in the world. Even my gut rot special needs 35 seconds to eat its way through an inch-thick plate.
Yeah, I also don't think I need so many tank squadrons either. I think I really...
We tried to discover democracy, but it proved extremely difficult. Building a true democracy is like chasing a unicorn. Everybody has heard of them, but no one has ever seen one. We captured a whole herd of unicorns, but not a glimpse of democracy anywhere to be found. However, we did discover the expectation of democracy, which should be more than enough for simple Tropicans.
Okay, alright, a couple more constitutional rights, and then I'm gonna end it here after we look through these. So, personal rights. We have total state control, reduced liberty, assassination, and banish actions cost less. To guarantee the principle of equality in the society, this article of the Constitution removes the personal rights from the custody of each status quo citizen of Tropico. The aforementioned rights are placed under the custody of El Presidente, who has the right and responsibility to dispense, limit, or take away them per persona. Security surveillance. Police discover special civilians and rebels faster. This constitutional act declares the personal life of every tropical citizen, every citizen, the focus of the state. To guarantee the best quality of personal life, the state can survey pro bono the life of each citizen, quo citizen. Okay. Their hereinbefore mentioned citizens have to file reports for the activities done by themselves, their family, and their acquaintances per diem. Open society, high liberty, assassinate and banish are limited. Special citizens are harder to discover. This article of the Constitution guarantees the personal liberties and rights of every law-abiding citizen to be untouchable and irrevocable. The state, represented by the institutions and El Presidente, has the right to pursue and punish perpetrators of crimes according to the law determined by El Presidente himself. Okay, well, I definitely don't want total state control. I think we're going to go with open society. Economic structure. Planned economy. Buildings with managers gain 10% bonus effectiveness. Any and all governing bodies of any establishment, business, or company that is yielding economic revenue and profits hereinafter are enforced direct custody of El Presidente and being obliged to file a report per diem or forced to accept punishment under the controlling law. Plutocracy. All Swiss bank accounts are increased by 20%. By the rule of this article, El Presidente and any person he has personally declares possesses the right to expropriate illimitable funds of the revenue from the budget of the state. The aforementioned persons are not obligated to report the cause of their acts regarding the aforementioned expropriation. Free market. Budget impact on buildings effectiveness is stronger. Institutions of the state have no legal right to control or interfere in the aforementioned prices and goods and services which are exchanged within the borders of the national market of Tropico. El Presidente accesses the vicinity of all litigations at his lodged office. I'm going to go with the planned economy. And then media. Total propaganda. Media provides less liberty. Protests happen less frequently. The media establishments operating within the state of Tropico are governed and regulated by the office of El Presidente. Messages and ideas related to the auditory of the Tropican media are assessed and controlled by El Presidente to ensure the quality, truthfulness, and justice of the information and content accessible by the citizens of the state. Subsidized media. Media requires higher budget. Journalists are voters for your cause. The media of the state is placed under financial governance of El Presidente. Here and before mentioned the media has the right to convey its messages freely to the audience. In turn, El Presidente has the right to impose financial sanctions on media establishments that fail to comply with the standards. Independent media provides more liberty. Protests happen more frequently. The media of the state has a legal right to freely determine the content and broadcast and convey them to an audience. Moderate criticism, moderate truthfulness, and moderate freedom of media expression are guaranteed by law. Well, it's a choice between these two. I think we're going to do total propaganda to wash out the facts of the high liberty of open society. So it's like it's contradiction. Anyway, so I think we're going to have to wrap it up there. So I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been the Stalinator, signing off for now, and until next time, you guys take care.